Welcome to another exciting episode of Swadesi Startup Speaks, your go-to podcast for all things Indian startups and the rapidly evolving ecosystem. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the latest developments, challenges, and opportunities facing Indian entrepreneurs, from new airline startups to the race for AI dominance and IPOs on the edge. There's a lot to unpack about India's rising startup landscape. Boeing India President Salil Gupta highlighted the potential for new airline startups in India despite the market being dominated by two major carriers. He noted that data indicates room for new entrants to challenge the existing duopoly. However, he emphasized that setting up a civil aircraft assembly line in India would require significantly more aircraft orders to justify the business case. Boeing remains committed to India's aerospace sector, expanding its supplier network, which includes over 300 Indian suppliers and 75 MSMEs. The company has also invested in innovation, notably through the Boeing India Engineering and Technology Center in Bengaluru, employing six 500 plus engineers. These efforts underline Boeing's long term strategy to strengthen India's aviation ecosystem. Post COVID, Japanese firms are increasingly looking at India under the China Plus One strategy to reduce reliance on China. India's vast domestic market, strong business networks, and competitive labor costs make it an attractive destination. Japanese FDI in India hit $6 billion in 2023, surpassing China for the first time. Over 2 decades, Japan has invested $44 billion in India, ranking it as the fifth largest investor. M&A deals are rising with Japanese firms acquiring Indian businesses to scale operations. There's also growing interest in Indian startups, particularly in fintech and deep tech. Challenges remain, such as simplifying taxes, land acquisition, and labor laws. However, India's improving business environment is fostering deeper economic ties with Japan. The Indian government's IndiaAI Mission is attracting diverse proposals to build a sovereign AI foundation model. Entrepreneurs like Stanford graduate Ayush Gupta Gurgaon's Sahil Gulati and Patna-based Aditya Kirti are leading efforts. Gupta's startup GenLoop aims to develop an India-specific compliance large language model pre-trained with Indian context and languages. The government's INR 1500 crore $173 million funding and subsidized GPU access level the playing field for small startups like GenLoop compared to well-funded companies like Sarvam AI. Kirti's startup EJY Health is testing an AI model to improve healthcare efficiency, while Gulati's Elite Notes focuses on a multilingual multimodal AI solution. The mission accepts proposals until mid-March and may take up to a year to develop India's own AI model with grants, compute credits, and equity funding available. Proposals will be judged on expertise approach and data strategy. India has risen to 19th in the 2024 Startup Blink Global Startup Ecosystem Index, solidifying its position as the third largest startup hub globally. With over 130000 startups and 6 unicorns in the global top 100, India's startup ecosystem is thriving, driven by sectors like AI fintech, edtech, agrotech, and renewable energy. Key cities such as Bangalore, New Delhi, Mumbai, and Hyderabad are leading the charge, with India now home to 46 cities on the global startup rankings. The ecosystem is supported by initiatives like the National Quantum Mission and India AI Mission, alongside record funding and innovations in deep tech. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are also becoming entrepreneurial hotspots. India's startup future looks promising, with growing investments, a thriving AI and deep tech sector, and increasing global collaborations. India's IPO market saw significant success in 2024, raising over $3.4 billion from 13 startup IPOs, including Swiggy, Ola Electric, and FirstCry. However, as 2025 began, optimism about continued growth faced challenges. Analysts had expected IPO fundraising to reach $23 billion, but signs of a slowdown are emerging, with the Nifty 500 index dropping 15% since September 2024. Stocks of 2024's IPOs are also trading below their offering prices, raising concerns for upcoming IPOs, especially cash burning companies. Despite previous optimism, The performance of tech companies like Swiggy, which saw a 39% increase in net loss despite revenue growth, suggests that market conditions may be less favorable for new listings in 2025. That wraps up today's episode of Swadesi Startup Speaks. We've explored India's growing dominance in the global startup ecosystem, AI innovations, and the challenges in the IPO market. Keep tuning in for more insights, and don't forget to share your thoughts and comments with us. Stay tuned for the next episode as we continue to bring you the stories shaping the future of Indian startups.